Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Arshia, and today I want to give my opinion regarding why you should not buy IGF1 at all from the black market. Under no circumstance you should not buy IGF1, in my opinion. So if you're interested, please follow this video. As I said before, you can follow me into my new Telegram channel, as well as my email address is there. You can ask me questions there. If I have time, I will try to answer. I'm not gonna let anybody sell anything in this channel, in the Telegram channel. However, you can share your opinion with each other. So let's discuss about why you should not buy IGF1 from under any circumstances. All right, my opinion, at least till today, I couldn't find anything that worth that much. So first of all, what is IGF1? You all know IGF1 is technically a HGH that produced inside your body. It go and bind to the liver receptor, and then there will be insulin attached to part of the HGH. It will be some changes within the formation of the new molecule. There's internal bonds, and then it turned to IGF1. And IGF1 is a very potent anabolic hormone. However, unlike steroid, it is protein based. So steroid is oil based. The steroid is a molecule is towards the oil, and basically the HGH and IGF1 are protein based hormones, and the reaction in the body also a little bit different. So how do they interact with the cells is different. If you want, please leave a comment. I can explain further how does these things work. So now that we understand the overall what does IGF1 is, how does it work, I want to explain how do they make it inside the laboratory, or basically in the pharma. What they do is they take the gene out of the human cells that responsible for production of IGF1. It's very complicated, but in a very simple matter. Then they insert it into the DNA plasmid. DNA plasmid is different from the normal DNA. It exists inside the bacteria. And mostly they use E. coli for so many different cultures. So they put it inside the DNA plasmid, which is a circulated DNA, and then they insert that DNA into the bacteria. The method to insert the DNA plasmid into the bacteria is not that much difficult, because you give a shock to the bacteria. You make your DNA plasmid, you cut part of it, you put the genome, the part that's responsible for production of the IGF1, into the plasmid, and then you put that, and then after you make that, you make DNA plasmid and replicate that one multiple times. You put those DNA inside the bacterial culture, and then you give it a heat shock. And heat shock is mostly for so many bacteria, including the E. coli, is you raise the temperature around 45 centigrade for 45 seconds. And then you cool it down. You dip it inside, you bring the temperature to around near zero. And after that, of course, you introduce a nutrition culture to it, and then they start to grow more and more and more, replicate, and then they start, because of the existence of that specific gene inside the plasmid that is already inserted to the bacteria, it starts to produce what you want them to produce. So till here, fantastic. It's all happening in the petri dish. It's all happening inside the laboratory, in the incubator. What happened next is very tricky. Then most of these black market products, they don't have it. And that purification, what does that mean? Means after these bacteria cultured for a while, you need to separate the IGF1 that produced within those culture from the bacteria. It goes through centrifuge and so many other levels, which I don't want to explain. If you are interested, again, ask me, I will explain into detail. But the final product always contain lots of DNA, which left from the bacteria, the damaged and destroyed bacteria. All right, in this process, all the bacteria basically crack the cell, the bacterial cell wall, the membrane, all basically destroyed. So all the material inside will be mixed with all the products that they have. So it's a mixture of IGF-1 with million different things as well. And then of course there are methods, filters and so on to separate the IGF-1 from the rest of the thing. But at the end, the contamination of the foreign DNA plasmid is very high. Based on the WHO and CDC, the standard level for the contamination of the DNA of the culture into this type of products such as HGH, IGF-1, which is even more than HGH, is around 1 nanogram. So 1 nano is equal to 1000 micro. It's very little. I could be mistaken between 1 to 10, but anyway, 10 nanogram or 1 nanogram is very small amount. So if you have, so to reach that type of purity, the protocols are very strict and you need lots of different machine and procedure to reach that type of purification without damaging the IGF-1, because you know IGF-1 is a very unstable molecules, and therefore I guarantee again 99.9% of all the product outside cannot follow this protocol. So even if you get IGF-1, it contaminated with high amount of DNA plasmids. So technically you're not only injecting the IGF-1, if it's IGF-1, but you're injecting lots of DNA plasmid, foreign DNA into your system. Those things mostly are harmful, but there is a possibility always that integrates somehow, somewhere with one of your cells' nucleus, inside the nucleus with your DNA, and then can come cancerous. This is a possibility. You cannot say there's no possibility such as this. And that's my main concern. That's why I recommend you never buy IGF-1, especially from the black market. I hope this video was interesting for you. If it was, don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time.